What really happened that night at Jungkook's house? Why did Taehyung sneak in, and why did Jungkook's mother leak the footage to the public? Is this just a memory or a hidden message that even Jungkook himself wasn't ready to know? It looked like an ordinary night. The city of Seoul was asleep, the street lights were dim, and the sky hung the stars like they didn't want to disturb the silence. But behind the silence, who would have thought that an incident that was barely touched by the public happened right in one of the most private houses guarded by the army, Jungkook's private house? Then why did Taehyung's name suddenly come to the surface? Why did Jungkook's mother leak the CCTV footage? What is the motive of all this? And most surprisingly, what was Taehyung actually doing inside the house alone? This news came not from the agency's statement, nor from the official media. Leaked CCTV footage circulating shows the figure of a man wearing a black hoodie, his face covered with a mask, entering the house with a digital code that he apparently knows without difficulty. The time on the screen is 2:47 a.m. And what left many people speechless was how the figure went straight to Jungkook's room, standing for a long time at his door, then turn around and do something that no one expected. Does this include a violation of privacy? Or is it precisely this form of emotional intimacy that has been hidden from the public eye as the public began to wonder who the person in the footage really was? Jungkook's mother, who has been known to protect her son from the media spotlight, appeared at a closed-door forum. He said one sentence that then set fire to the virtual world. "It's Taehyung, and I can't keep it to myself anymore." Why is it that a famous mother is so quiet about leaking footage that can open up old wounds or arouse fans' false hopes? Is this a form of honesty? Or is it just a message that something bigger is going on behind the scenes? After the tape was released, it became clear that Taehyung wasn't just going in and out. He sat for a long time in the living room, staring at the wall with Jungkook's childhood portrait on it. Then he took something out of his pocket, a letter. The letter was placed behind a photo frame of Jungkook's family. A letter that, until now, is unknown in its content. But the question is, why didn't Taehyung tell Jungkook directly? Why was the letter hidden? And why does Jungkook's mother know exactly where he is? Jungkook's mother, in a limited interview with people close to her, said, "I know the letter is not for me, but I read it because I know if Jungkook finds it in his current state of heart, he probably won't be strong." The words shook. Army around the world wondered, what is the content of the letter? What does Taehyung write that is so emotional that a mother feels the need to protect her son from reading it? Other leaks suggest that the night was the anniversary of the death of someone who once meant so much to Taehyung and Jungkook, someone whose story has never been officially revealed. Some fans speculated that the figure was an important figure in their trainee days, perhaps a coach or an old friend. But not a few are convinced that it has to do with something more personal, most likely with someone from their own family. Then why Jungkook's house? Why did Taehyung choose that place, not his own house, to vent his emotions? One piece of footage shows Taehyung walking into the kitchen, opening the refrigerator, and grabbing a bottle of water that looks very familiar, Jungkook's favorite drink since childhood. He looked at the bottle, then smiled slightly, as if remembering something that only he and Jungkook understood. That scene made a lot of ARMY cry, because it looked like someone who longed for a home that wasn't his, but still kept a part of his soul there. Is it a sign that Jungkook's house is the place where their memories are strongest? Is Taehyung harboring a longing that he can't convey in words? Another surprising fact came from the other side of the Jungkook family. A distant relative who knew them since before their debut said that Taehyung often came to Jungkook's house when both were trainees, even sleeping on the couch or playing games all night. Those moments are thought to have passed, but that night through CCTV footage it looks as if time stopped for a moment, and Taehyung tries to relive that time, alone. The most slicing was when the camera captured the moment Taehyung stood in front of the small piano in the living room. He put his finger on one key, then pressed a note, C. Just one. But the expression on his face after that was blank, as if the tone reminded him of something he couldn't forget. Was the tune part of a song they made together? A song that was never released? The song that tells their story? After this incident spread, fans were divided. Some felt Taehyung was violating too much privacy. Some even feel that this is the deepest form of love that they never express verbally. But one thing is certain, this incident leaves big questions unanswered. Why is Jungkook's mother leaking the tape now? Is there something he's afraid of? something the public should know before it's too late. Some netizens speculated that the letter Taehyung left behind might contain honesty, perhaps a confession, an apology, or even a goodbye. But separation from what? From friendship? From memories? Or from something they never admitted? The next day, Jungkook is seen leaving the house with a blank expression. He did not comment, did not make a live, did not upload anything. But the camera's spotlight captured that he was grasping something tightly in his hand, a picture frame.